So the first offering that starts this new cycle, which I'm very excited about, and it's all been totally divinely guided. So the first step in this beautiful cycle starts this coming Tuesday, so a week from today. Tuesdays in this yogic Shakti tradition from India, Tuesdays are seen as the day of the week. We call it Devi Day. It's the day when it's believed that it's most opportune to tune into these Shakti feminine forms. So that means Kali, that means the yoginis. Some people are tuned to Durga. So, you know, it's those large, expressive, dynamic, somewhat wrathful, sacred feminine forms. We call it the Shakti Day. Tuesdays is the Shakti Day. So it'll be really wonderful. We will start next Tuesday. And let me give you a clip. So what I'm talking about is 4 weeks. Okay, now my computer's doing funny things. We're talking about 4 weeks of 2 different series that are, you can totally do them individually, but I'm sure once you taste one, you're gonna wanna do the other. So we're gonna do Tuesdays and Wednesdays back to back. And now Tuesdays is going to be, I'm really excited about it. Let me see if I can put this in the chat thingy. Okay, here we go. Facebook, just as soon as I figure out how to do it, then they format it. Anyway, let's information here for you. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Sorry, folks. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh. Facebook Live. Wow. Goodness gracious. Okay, technical difficulty. Hang tight here. Well, not sure what to say about that. Okay, so I'm not able to put all this great information live into the thing, into the chat stream, but I will make sure to put that afterwards, and that way you can have all this information. So anyway, so Tuesdays is the Foundations of Odissi Indo Classical Dance. So this is my first time putting all these different pieces that I've been like giving little tastes over the years. This is my first time of putting all of the inner secret aspects of the Yogini temple dancer. And why I'm calling it the Yogini temple dancer is because these are, before we get to the temple dance, there has to be the whole yogic internal awakening, the yogic mind, the yogic discipline. The temple dancer comes after that. And so this is going to be super exciting. I'm going to start week 1 with the Her story, and we'll do slideshow. We'll get into all about her story of this tradition and the temple dance. Then the next week, we go into the chakras and the nadis. So we're going to talk about the wheels of energy all over the body, hands, feet. The nadis are the energetic rivers throughout the body. So again, we need to really understand those, because what's happening, what makes a temple dancer different than a performer is the temple dancer is actually learning how to get their ego dancer out of the way, train the mind body energy so that we are actually creating this form as a vessel for the divine to come through, to dance through, and authentically offer transmission. So really being both a physical and an energetic vehicle of divine transmission. And then the last layer we learn, so that's the yogic, and then we learn the dance, and then the last layer we actually learn is called the bhava. So that's the emotional, that's the face gestures. That is, it's considered the most complex, or one of the most complex layers, because it's beyond acting. It's actually like, how can we embody that emotion feeling to the point where the viewers are also experiencing that emotion? And so I'm thinking that that's part of what happens when I get out in front of people and perform. I don't actually ever perform. But many times I have people coming up in tears afterwards asking me, what were you doing? Why do I feel different? I'm like, I don't know. Why? I don't know. You tell me what happened. So anyway, that is week 2, is the energetic. Week 3, then we're going to be prepared to start talking about mudras, how all of that going on behind the scenes then comes out into the language of the sacred seals, the hand gestures, the mudras. And then the 4th week, we put it all together and we do a traditional prayer invocation where it's really like matching all the sacred geometric movements in the body with all those layers, and then it creates an invocation, prayer, and offering. So you may be wondering, how in the heck does that have to do with Kali Yuga? Well, and I'm still trying to figure out how to post this. Here we go. Okay, comment. All right. There. Okay, so there's all the info right there in the thread. You can take a look at that link. So there's two series. One is 4-week, they're both, and one is Tuesdays. That's the Inner Realms, the Yogini Temple Dancer. And then Wednesdays is when we're going to actually do choreography, and I'll give you a demo of the choreography in a moment. So the choreography is actually bringing together these 2 radical, Parol sister, Parolji, welcome. This choreography actually brings together the Kali Yogini lineage, and it brings together the Dakini Yogini lineage. And they have similar symbology and embodiment, but they are a bit different. And I will demo that right before we sign off today. So back to the question, well, how in the heck is this, what does this have to do with Kali Yuga? That's a big answer, because so much of the answer is in the subtle realms, where you have to experience it to understand the answer to the question. So part of what this course, these courses are separate, but they're really meant to go together, because it's just such a large body of work that I'm conveying, that they really go together, but they can't be done all at once. And what I'm offering are all these different keys, practices, information, ancient disciplines, secrets. This dot has so much symbology, but the thing is the black eyes, the wrist things, the costume, why the hair's in a bun, the anklets, like all of these things have 2 sides. Two sides. There's the art symbolic side, but the art symbolic side all originally has a real technical use. So everything in the temple dancer, we're just talking the visual. We're not talking the actual physical energetic practice. So all of these pieces are actually part of the technology that encapsulates, potentizes, collects, develops the Shakti in a female body. So it's not just symbolic. It's not just beautiful. Yeah, the black eyes is really beautiful. Yeah, the big earrings, really cool looking. But no, these all actually have a very specific reason and use. And it's all for, in the Chinese system, you would call it packing the qi. In the Taoist system, they call it packing the qi. You know, you do these belly pat practices, you do all this qigong, they're packing the qi. You wear your jade egg, and yes, I will teach about that option if you want to dance and do asana with your jade egg. So it's all about packing the qi, packing the energy. So this is all secret Shakti technology. So that's just the external. Then we pack the Shakti, the feminine creative power, vitality, energy, potential. Long description. We could talk about Shakti in itself for days. So we're creating the container, and then we're also doing the inner practices. We're learning how to awaken the rivers of energy, how to utilize the windows of energy. So you have wheels, which are the windows or doors. Then you have the nadis, or the rivers, or the energetic channels. So how do we learn how to use them, maximize them? So all of that is happening within our system. And this is before we even are talking about dance. So, you know, it's not for everyone, of course. This is a very unique discipline. But again, back to the question of how does this relate to Kali Yuga? Well, Kali is the ultimate form of Shakti. And she is like a guide to the fullest embodiment of feminine power, feminine presence, feminine capacity, wisdom, potential. And when we have the ability to have a understanding or relationship with these ancient secrets, and then the disciplines and the practices, and we can actually find a place and integrate them into our lives, it enables us to ground deeper into what is and navigate. So if we understand Kali Yuga more, and we can really ground our body, energy, mind in ourselves and in what is, then we might be able to find more grace, not take things so personally, see the greater universal displays, and just have a little more peace. Even though, you know, it's horrible to see what's happening, and it's very sad, but to be more empowered in it versus being thrown around in it. Kali Shakti, hello sister, nice to have you here. So that's all of my offerings right now. Since we went into quarantine, I mean, I'm on, I think, my 6th week now. I've just been super inspired to get as much out as I can to assist you in stilling the mind, using the breath, doing whatever it takes, find ground for yourself, and even better yet, be able to hold that for others. So, and that is part of the deal here, is we first, you know, put the oxygen mask on ourselves, get ourselves together, and then we can actually help put the oxygen mask on other people. And it's really important right now to ask how you can serve. So there you have it. There's the, we can call it like training for Kali Yuga. boot camp for Kali Yuga, but it's really beautiful. It's sensual. It's feminine. It's devotional. It's prayer in motion. It's just so yummy, really.